potential friends, and welcome to my den of suffering. I mean the vlogging nook. I was going to have something nice and like pastel-y and Easter for you guys this week, but the closest you're going to get to that is this nice flowery top, because I have had the worst day of my life today, and y'all are gonna hear about it. I mean, it wasn't the worst day of my life. I can do worse. A day in the life of Alexandra at work. Hell version. The day started off bad in that my alarm did not go off. Usually I get up at 6 a.m. so that I'm ready to be at work by 7:15. Today I woke up at 7 a.m. So I had to call an Uber to get to work, and I live real close to my work. So this means that I willingly paid $11 for a 7-minute car ride with a stranger. I should have known then that the day was cursed. When I got to work, I couldn't get the CD player to turn on, so I had to put the radio on instead, which meant that the whole day, instead of the soothing, consistent tones of music that I had picked and could skip if I wanted to, I had to get assaulted every 3 songs by blaring ads being like, how about for our family barbecue, we try ordering the new mini takeout burgers from Burgers McGee, now on sale for only $2.99. Margaret, you're right. With their rich patty texture and fun size, they would be ideal. I mean, nobody talks like that in real life. Are these advertisements written by robots? No offense to robots. Right now, I work at a small independent cafe that has 1 person on the morning shift and 1 person on the afternoon shift, with an overlap of about 3 hours at lunchtime, because that is when we really need 2 people. And this morning, I got that call that the morning shift never likes to get. My boss telling me that the girl who does the afternoon shift was sick, which meant that if no one could be found to fill in for her, I would have to cover the lunch rush alone and stay an hour late to close up. Let me repeat that for you. Cover the lunch rush alone. This is when things went from bad to worse. Now, anyone who has worked in the service industry knows that it's never the actual physical work that is the hardest part. No, it's having to be emotionally stable and friendly all the time. No one cares what kind of day you're having. You have to be on for 8 straight hours, especially when you're the only worker on shift. It doesn't matter if you're wrist deep in fruit pulp and you just burned yourself on the steam wand. You have to act like you just stepped out of a limousine wearing Tom Ford and you're wildly excited to see all the people on the red carpet waiting for you. Or, more accurately, you have to act like every customer who walks in the door is stepping out of a limousine and you are the slavering fan who would do anything for them. Being good at customer service is usually a point of pride with me. Mostly because it took me so long to get good at speaking to any human beings at all. But especially because at this job I have lots of regulars who I genuinely like and enjoy interacting with. But today, when the lunch rush hit, it was a war zone. I'm talking people are ordering every kind of drink and every kind of food on the same order. And I'm running around cutting fruit and flicking espresso switches and spooning rice and cleaning spoons and steaming half decaf mochas and basically sweating off half of my body weight. Which is dangerous. Look at me. I can't afford to lose that! A special indignity that I remember is one man ordering 2 bowls of our main food dish, and then 3 different types of juices, including the most difficult combination, which is carrot, beet, and ginger, which never fails to clog the juicer, meaning that I have to stop in the middle of preparing all the stuff to clean the juicer while there's like 3 people in line behind this guy. I almost popped my hip out trying to get everything together as quickly as possible while being still as quality and aesthetic looking as possible. And then he didn't tip. He made a point of pouring out all these coins and then counting out exact change for me, like, oh yeah, for his $25 order. And he had lots of change left over. And he couldn't spare an extra 50 cents for my suffering. I felt betrayed. I was like, I told you to have a good day, sir. I asked you if you needed cutlery. I I got beats under my fingernails for you. Shout out to the couple who were behind that guy in the line, who were super chill, even though they had to wait like 20 minutes for me to be done with this guy's order, and told me that I was doing a good job and that they really appreciated me making their food, and then tipped me $4.50. Like, they are the real MVPs of this story, TBH. Even though they got a custom order that was very strange and difficult to make. Goes to show though, if you're nice, I will make you a custom order. You can give me a weird request. I'll make it. If you're nice. You're not nice, I'll still be nice to you, because that's how customer service works. In a rare moment of quiet, I spooned out some of the stew for myself and set it down on the table, hoping that I could just sit down, for a minute, have my lunch. But before I could even have one spoonful, some people came in. And then people didn't stop coming in. I didn't even have time to clean the counter. Never mind eat my lunch, which just had to sit sadly on the table as I cast longing glances at it out of the corner of my eye, cruelly separated from it like Romeo and Juliet, as it grew colder and colder, beckoning me to join it in death. It didn't help that I'd been texting a coworker who wasn't scheduled that day out of desperation in the hopes that they would come and take the afternoon shift and help me out. So every time my phone buzzed in my pocket, I was like, is this it? Is this the news of salvation coming? Or the news that I am truly alone in this world? But it was so busy that I literally did not have a second to actually check my phone. So it was like I was on shift with Schrodinger's coworker. They were on their way to fill the shift, and also not coming, all at the same time. Spoiler alert, the coworker did not come, which I only got confirmed half an hour before I was supposed to close, so I hadn't started close procedures at all. So picture me, standing in a stained apron, surrounded by mess I haven't had time to clean out, attempting to smile at people while ads for new cars bombard my ears, and my phone buzzing unpredictably against my ass like there's someone crouched behind the counter jabbing me with a cattle prod just every 5 minutes. I began to reach a point where I was staring at the door over people's shoulders, just thinking, if one more person walks in that door, I'm going to murder either them or myself. By the end of the shift, my usually pristine customer service facade had been as ruined as that attempted repaint of that Jesus fresco. One regular who came in 5 minutes before I closed asked me how I was, and I let the mask slip a bit too much because I knew him. And he genuinely got concerned about me and asked if I was in physical pain. And I was like, it's just emotional pain. When I was finally able to close the door and be alone, all of the strength just kind of went out of my body. And I had to just sit on the floor for a bit. I'm a dramatic person, okay? When something bad happens to me, sometimes I just need to lie down for like 3 hours and contemplate before I can even think about doing anything else. I did get to eat my food though. Yes, I had to nuke it in the microwave because it was stone cold, but I got to eat it. And then I got to do 70 pounds of dishes. Oh, and guess what I found when I finally got home after this ordeal at like 6 p.m. On my door was a note from UPS saying that they'd tried to drop off a package for me and Tara, but since we weren't there to sign and pay our duty fees, they would try again on Tuesday. Apparently, they'd attempted to drop it off at 4:25 p.m., which means that if I'd gotten off work at 2:30, like I was supposed to if my coworker hadn't been sick, I would have gotten home in time to get the package. But no! Life was not on my side this day! Realistically, this was like a 4 on my scale of worst days in my life, but since I do actually like and enjoy this job most of the time, it was like a 9 on the scale of worst days at this job ever. My 10 on the scale of worst days at this job ever involves me literally sobbing in the middle of a packed cafe with customers 3 feet from me and me attempting to shield my face by hunching over the juicer. Let's not talk about it. Let's not go back there to that dark place. I was like leaking tears and streaming down my face, middle of the afternoon, just salting up people's juices. Anyway, to be clear, I do like this job. I just don't like myself. Psych, I'm great. But enough of my sadness. Happy Easter to everybody who does Easter things. If not, happy weekend. Happy whatever day I upload this. I will see you guys next time. Wait a second. I want to let y'all know that I've got some important, like, transitions in my life and stuff happening towards the end of this month. So, I may miss a week or two of posting or be a bit more erratic. I will not be gone, though, and I will be able, hopefully, to provide you guys with a better idea of any changes to my posting schedule. Right now, my unofficial posting schedule is a video every Sunday/Monday, but that may change in the coming days, so we will see. We will see next time. Alright. I hope you guys have better days at work than I did. I'll see ya. Bye!